Hi everyone, my name's Tessa and I'm a short course trainer at the National Institute of Circus Arts. Some of the classes I usually teach are aerial preparation and aerial hoop, and I'm just about to graduate from my Masters of Osteopathy. So today we're going to be doing a stretch and relax class. So before we start, let's make sure the space we're working in is safe. So what you need is a clear area of about 3 metres by 3 metres. Make sure you've moved all your furniture back and that you're not too close to your windows or your telly. And we're going to start with an overall body stretch and movement, and then finish off with a relaxation exercises to get you set up for the rest of the day. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so to start off with, I want you to slowly, we're just going to drop your chin to your chest, and we're slowly just going to curl down your spine. I want your head to feel really heavy, arms heavy, and just roll all the way down. Nice and loose. Slowly, vertebra by vertebra. Let your knees slacken. And all the way down to your toes. Doesn't matter how far down you get, I just want you to hang there for a bit. And we're just going to sway your arms around. Make sure your knees are bent, not straight, and relax your head. Feeling nice and heavy. Keep swaying around, and we're going to slowly come up the spine. Vertebra by vertebra, feeling nice and heavy in your arms. Make sure your head comes up last, and all the way to the top. Okay, I'm going to shake that out a bit, and we're going to do that once more. So this kind of gets everything moving to start off with, all the way from our neck all the way down to our ankles. So we're going to do this once more. So chin to your chest and roll down nice and slowly. You might want to lean further to one side if you feel particularly tight in a spot. Let your arms go heavy. Feel yourself going down vertebra by vertebra, knees slackened, and relax. Have a shake. Sway around. You might want to put your arms on your elbows if you feel like you can move more freely. Make sure your head is relaxed. Okay, and slowly coming up. Each segment of your spine at a time, curling all the way up, leaving your arms and head heavy. And all the way up. Nice work. Okay, I'm going to come sit back down. Okay, so now what I want you to do is I want you to drop your chin down to your chest. I'm looking up at the ceiling. And down to your chest. And up to the ceiling. And ear to your shoulder. And to the other shoulder. Try and make sure you don't raise your shoulder up. You want to try and keep it down. And one side. And the other side. And now I want you to look over one shoulder and look over to the other shoulder and look over one shoulder and over to the other shoulder and back to neutral. Okay, so now we're going to go and target our neck a little bit more, okay? So, and your thoracic, so the top a bit of your back, okay? So what we're going to do is you're going to bring your arms out and give yourself a big hug. So I want you to try and make a big circle with your hands, and sideways, I'm really pushing my back out. Okay, so it's really stretching this bit up here. So you're going to move forward. Take a deep breath in and out. And as we breathe in, I want you to open up. So you're going to breathe in. And
and open up to the back. And as you breathe out,
and coming forwards, deep breath in and out. And as you breathe in, we're going to go back.
And open up your head, look up towards the ceiling. And as you breathe out,
back into holding that ball shape. Deep breath in and out. And one more, you're going to breathe in and open up.
and breathe out.
And round again. Okay, really good. So now what we're going to do is you're going to be sitting on your bottom. Okay, I want you to sit back, make sure your elbows are bent, and you're going to bring your knees over to one side. Let us get a bit of a bend in our lower back. And let's do some breaths. So I want you to do 3 breaths. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to the other side. And 1. I want you to do 3 deep breaths. So what we're doing is we're slowing everything down a bit. It will help us actually stretch a bit further with those breaths. And it actually calms down your body's nervous system. That's it. And now we're just going to slowly move one to the other. Side to side. That's it. So it doesn't feel like much. It shouldn't feel like much. Except we're getting your lower back moving, which can often get quite stiff when we do things. Okay, and now we're going to come onto all fours. Okay, making sure you're nice and flat. And then you're going to arch up. Like that. Take a deep breath in. Another deep breath in. And as you breathe out, arch your back.
Take a couple of deep breaths in here.
And arch your back again. Nice one. And arching your back, looking up at the ceiling. And holding out your back, pointing up towards the sky. You might want to twist a bit. I'm twisting just to get a bit of extra stretch in different places. And then you're going to slide one arm underneath. Pop your head on the ground and other arm up over the top. And that gets us a bit of a stretch in our upper backs. Remember to keep breathing. Which is easier said than done in this position. Okay, and let's go into our other side. Hands underneath. And other arm up and over. Okay, and coming back to your knees. Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to get some more movement in that lower back of ours, okay? So I want you to lie on your back, this, and then hands down by your side. You're going to drop one foot down, doesn't matter which one. I'm dropping my right foot down, and I'm bringing my left leg over the top of me and towards the ground. You want to make sure that your opposite shoulder, so my left shoulder, tries to stay down on the ground. If you lift it up like this, you won't get much of a stretch in your lower back. So make sure you place that gently down. It doesn't matter if your knee doesn't come all the way down. Some people will be more flexible than others. If you're quite tight, you might be up here. That's totally fine. So try and rest it where it feels comfortable. And we're going to do a few breaths. And each time you breathe out, I want you to try and relax into it a bit more. And hopefully you can get your knee a little further into the ground. Keep breathing. And one more breath. Okay, and let's go back to the middle, both knees up. And now we're going to go on to our other side. So this time I'm going to straighten my left leg, bring my right leg over the top and down, and try and keep my right shoulder down towards the ground. A few deep breaths in. One side you might feel tighter than the other. This side I can't get as low down to the ground, but that's normal. Keep breathing, and as you breathe out, try and get a little lower down to the ground if you can. Okay, coming back to the middle. I'm going to come up, and what we're going to do now is, some of you might have done it before, you've done my classes before, we're going to do something called open book, which I am a massive fan of, because it just gets everything moving. It helps your shoulders move a bit more, it helps your lower back, your middle back move a bit more. It's just an all-round good one to do. So, I'm going to lie down on my right side. Make sure your shoulder is directly underneath you and your head is down. So you don't want your shoulder out like this, okay? You want your shoulder underneath, head down. It's not the most comfortable position, but it's okay. The next thing to think about is keep your hips on top of each other. Don't let it open or don't let it close, okay? So keep it stacked up on top of each other. You're going to bring your other hand on top. As you take a deep breath in, you're going to draw a rainbow open. And you want to just go as far as you can. So some people might not be able to go all the way around. That's okay. Some people's arm might be up here. That's all right. So arm open, and we're going to do a few deep breaths. And as you breathe out, I want you to try and relax into it and get your arm a little bit lower. You should feel a stretch at the front of you, at the front of your chest. You might also feel it at the back. Depending on where you're tight, you'll feel it in different spots. So a few deep breaths. Make sure that your hips are stayed stacked on top of each other. Some people's bodies might want to cheat and open out. You don't want that. Okay, deep breath in. And you're going to draw a rainbow coming back into the middle. We're going to do this 2 more times, okay? So deep breath in. And draw a circle, semicircle, a rainbow. Deep breath in. And as you breathe out, try and lower your arm. And one more breath. And bring it up and over. And once more, make sure your shoulder's underneath. It hasn't crept out. Up and over. And bring your arm up, over, back to the beginning. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. Make sure your pants are pulled up so your tummy doesn't go on full display for everyone to see. Shoulder in, arms open, and you're going to draw a rainbow. Oh, this side's a lot tighter on me. I'm not sure about you guys. Deep breath in, and as you breathe out, try and drop that arm down. Remember to keep that hip up, don't let it drop. And draw a circle back up. And 2 more times, make sure that shoulder's underneath. Deep breath in. And open up. And back to the middle. Is this the middle? Back to the start. And 1 more. Okay, and back to the start again. Feeling limber. Pecs are feeling fabulous. Time to move on to hip flexor stretches. So our hip flexors are often really tight, just with naturally in day-to-day life what we do. A lot of sitting, your hip flexors are constantly tight and shortened, so we're just going to lengthen them a bit. I'm going to face this way so you can see it more easily. Knee on the ground, 1 foot up. So you want to have like 90-degree angle, 90-degree angle, and then, so you don't want to be lunging. We're not doing that sort of stretch. So foot up. And then what we're going to do is we're targeting this side here. Okay, so that's my left side. It's really testing out my rights and lefts. What you want to do is you want to squeeze your bottom because that will tilt your pelvis. Wait, let's see if you... there we go. See if you can notice. So if I squeeze my bottom, it tilts it underneath, puts this bit on stretch, and that's where we want that stretch. Depending on where you're tighter, you might get a stretch lower down, you might get a stretch higher up. That's all normal, okay? So what you can do, squeeze your bottom. If you want more of a stretch, so I'm getting a stretch here, you can bring your arm up and over. That just lengthens it a bit more. Remember to breathe, do your deep breaths in and out, and try and relax into it as you breathe out. Okay, and let's do the other one. So, 1 knee down, the other one up, and what you're going to do is 90-degree angle, 90-degree angle, squeeze your bottom, get a stretch in that right psoas, and then you're going to bring your arm up and over the top to get more of a stretch. Make sure you keep squeezing that bottom. As soon as you relax it, then it kind of sticks your bottom out a bit and it just puts it, like it shortens the muscle again, so you really need to squeeze that bum for you to get maximal stretching. Okay, so the next one, we're going to do some swooshing, which my students will know. One of my personal faves. So you're going to be sitting in a pike position, so legs out in front of you. I don't mind if you're pointing your toes or flexing your toes, you just have to be doing something with them. So you don't want to be doing this one, because there's no activation, there's no energy going through there, okay? So you want to be aware of where everything is. So straight legs, pointed toes, or flexed. You'll get more of a stretch if you do flex. So if you want a bit more of a burn, the backs of your legs, go for flexed. I'm not feeling super warm, so I'm going to do this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some swooshes, okay? So they're actually like flossing your nerve. So you've got nerves that run through the backs of your legs, and we're going to be moving those through the muscles. And it just helps with flexibility and just getting things moving around. So what we're going to do is we're going to swoosh. So you can swoosh with your hands and coming up. And again, swoosh. It helps if you make the sound. And swoosh. And swoosh. See how my head's kind of swooshing as well? It just puts more of that neural tension on. And swoosh. And one more. See how big a double chin you can make. And swoosh. Coming up. Okay, and for anyone who wants to give it a go, you're going to lift up and pop your feet over the top of your head. Some people might only be getting to here. Some people might be getting knees down to the ground. I find it difficult to talk like that, so I'm just going to go happy medium and just pop my toes here. Try and just, hang out, relax, get comfy. And then maybe bring your toes over to your right hand side. And maybe bring your toes over to the left. And then let's come out of here because it's difficult to breathe and talk at the same time. Oh, and coming down. Okay, so the last thing we're going to do is just a bit more of a shoulder stretch and a back of the leg, hamstring, calfy sort of stretch. You yoga fans will have done it before. Again, let's pull up the pants before we start, or people will probably stop watching this. Okay, so we're going to start going into cobra. I think you yoga fans call it. I'm going to call it a cobra. Okay, so push your shoulders up. You don't want to be like sinking in your shoulders like that. You want to be pushed up like this. And then what we're going to do is you're going to see if you can roll up into downward dog. I'm going to have to adjust my feet now to get more of a stretch in my calves. So I'm going to stretch down here. If I want, I can push on my shoulders and get more of a stretch in my shoulders, but I'm not flexible enough to keep my legs straight and push on my shoulders. So if I'm doing the shoulder stretch, I got to bend my knees a bit because otherwise that's way too hectic a stretch. Okay, so I'm stretching my shoulders at the moment. Now I might go back down to my calves so my shoulders aren't as pushed further forward. And I'm just walking out my calves. My knees are crunchy when we're doing this. Can anyone else hear their knees crunch? Might have to do another class on rolling out maybe. Okay, and now, this is where we're going to kind of like dive bomb into that cobra shape again, okay? So, see if you can do it. You're going to bend your elbows, dive bomb, don't hit your face, and roll up into that cobra position again. Okay? Shall we see if we can do that a bit quicker? And then you're going to roll up. And walk it out, walk it out, walk it out, walk it out. And then stretch those shoulders. Okay, and now we're going to dive bomb. So try not to face plant.
See if you're strong enough. And have a wiggle. Have a wiggle of your body, wiggle of your bum. Try and get all those niggles out of your back. Look up towards the ceiling. Okay, and curl your toes under, and you're going to pull back. So this stretches out my shoulders a bit, and it just lengthens my back after bending it just then. Okay, so we've done all the stretching we're going to do today. So this is the part where we're going to do a bit of a relaxation exercise for the end. I find that it's really helpful it's like a form of cooling down because we've just warmed up our muscles. And one way to cool down our body is cooling down our nervous system. So I've got like the fight or flight response, or we've got like the rest and digest response. And so it's like a dimmer switch. So we either got more of one or less of the other. So we want to have more of the rest and digest going on in our bodies right now. Help us calm down, feel nice and relaxy, and just zenny after this class. So we're going to be, that's what all the breathing's doing. That's trying to activate the rest and digest response. And that's what this relaxation exercise will be good for. So it's going to go for roughly 5-ish minutes. I haven't timed it, but roughly that. So if you have time, grab a pillow and probably a blanket because it's a bit chilly at the moment. And I just want you to lie down, head on the pillow. You can have pillows underneath your knees if that makes you more comfortable. And a blanket over the top, or just whack a jumper on so you're not too cold. So I'll just give you a minute to do that. I'm just going to sit here because I don't think it would work too well if I was lying down doing the relaxing thing as well. So I'll just be telling you what to do. Okay, so hopefully now you're lying down, head on the pillow. I would recommend closing your eyes, but you don't have to do this. Okay, so I want you to close your eyes, and then what I want you to imagine is that everything's super duper tight. So I want you to squeeze all your muscles, all your arms. I want you to furrow your eyebrows. Just everything is squeezed and tight, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to relax one bit at a time. So what you're going to do is I want you to take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, I want you to relax your forehead, okay? So I want you to try and relax it, let it sink into the pillow or the ground. Make it feel nice and heavy. And as you take a deep breath in and out, I want you to start relaxing the rest of your facial features. So your cheeks feel relaxed, and your chin's feeling relaxed, and even your ears are starting to feel relaxed. And so your whole head is starting to get heavier and heavier as it sinks into the pillow. As you breathe in, and when you breathe out, I just want you to relax as much as you can. As you breathe out next time, try and relax your neck, so the front of your neck, and then also the back of your neck. Relaxing it so everything is super heavy and relaxing into the mat. Take another deep breath in and out, and as you breathe out, I want you to try and relax your clavicles or your collarbones. Maybe they're sitting up a bit higher, so I want you to try and let your shoulders rest into the ground, releasing some of that tension there. And breathing in and out, and let your shoulders drop into the ground. So they're nice and heavy. You can feel the resistance of the ground against your shoulders. Deep breath in and out. And I want you to relax the pecs. So the front of your chest holds a lot of tension normally, so it might take a few breaths to fully relax it. Breath in and breath out, and let those pecs relax and release off. Next breath out, I want you to think about trying to relax the back. So the upper back, let everything sink into the ground. So maybe your shoulder blades are now sinking more into the ground. You might take notice of how they're pushing up against the mat that you're lying on. And as you breathe out next time, relax your tummy muscles, the muscles on your side. Everything's kind of spreading out onto the mat, so no resistance. Okay, now we're going to relax our arms. So I want you to relax the front of your arms, so your biceps. And then on your next breath, relaxing those triceps, so the backs of your arms. Your elbows are getting nice and heavy into the ground. There should be no resistance there. And next, let's relax your wrists and your forearms. There's no tension. Everything's just letting go. And deep breath in and out. And let each finger relax. Make sure your thumbs are out. And just let them loose, just where they want to rest. Sinking your hands into the mat. Making sure you're not resisting anything. A few deep breaths and make sure your whole arms should now be relaxed and sunk onto the mat. No resistance. Might notice how the skin feels against the floor or against the blanket if you have one. Okay, and now we're going to follow the energy up your arms, down your chest, into your tummy. And as we breathe in and out, I want you to relax your hips. So let them sink into the ground. Let some of that tension release. A few deep breaths in and out, and let those hips relax and sink into the ground. Now I want you to think of relaxing each buttock cheek. So breathing in and relax one. And then on your next breath out, I want you to relax the other. So your bottom should be feeling nice and loose. And moving down to the backs of your legs. So as you breathe out, let your legs relax into the ground. The backs of your legs should loosen. And just rest carefully against the mat. And then we're going to relax the front of your legs. So your quadriceps. Feel them release. You might feel your kneecaps move a bit as they relax. Let them go heavy into the ground. And breathe out, and as you breathe out, everything should be relaxed from your head all the way down to your knees. Make sure those kneecaps are relaxed. And then we're going to go to your calves, so the backs of your legs, and relax one. And then relax the other one. So your ankles should be getting heavy into the ground, into the mat. Let your legs roll out if they need, wherever's comfortable. And next I want you to relax your ankles. So let them loosen and fall wherever they feel like they need to. Feel the blanket heavy on your ankles. And as you breathe in and out, relax the soles of your feet. Make sure there's no tension in there, letting them just fall where they need and sink into the ground. And breathe in and out and let your toes relax. So no tension should be going through them. Okay, now your whole body should be nice and relaxed. So as you breathe in and out, try and loosen everything off. Some things might have tightened up again, so make sure the shoulders are down, chest is relaxed, hips are heavy into the ground, knees are relaxed,
and your ankles. So everything should be nice and loose. And we're just going to sit here for a bit and do a couple of deep breaths in and out and just enjoy feeling completely relaxed. Okay, and now when you feel ready, you can start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Feel what it's like to get some energy back into them, get some movement back in. And as you feel like you can start wiggling other parts of your body, getting some movement back into it. When you're ready, you can slowly sit up, or if you want, you can continue lying down, enjoying the relaxation. Making sure you take several deep breaths in and out and coming up nice and slowly so you don't get too much of a head rush. Cool. And that's what we had for today. So hopefully you're feeling nice and relaxed and set up for the rest of your day. I definitely do. Okay, I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.